You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, General Hospital fans, I've got your early edition spoilers for the week of September 16th through the 20th. Molly is targeting Kristina for an epic takedown and an arrest rocks Port Charles. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and as we always do on early edition day, first we talk about what's happening the rest of this week, just to get you ready, give you some context for those other spoilers. With that in mind, we begin on Wednesday, September 11th. So Molly heads down to the PCPD to confront her mom, Alexis. She is quite certain that she is covering for Kristina like she always does. She just had it out with her mom and basically saying that Molly got cheated out of having the attention of her mother because Chrissy soaked up so much of Alexis's time and attention being problematic, and it is rubbing her the wrong way. Has for a long time, but Molly is finally hitting back about it. Meanwhile, Molly corners her dad and wants to know exactly why Rick thought it was a good idea to report that Alexis was throwing away a gun off of that footbridge. I'm guessing her dad is going to tell Molly, look, I had a duty. I'm an officer of the court. I had to do it the same way that Molly is an officer of the court, and had she seen the same thing, needed to report it. And that's an excuse that'll probably work okay for Molly because she, understands that. Over at the hospital, Liz talks to Willow about Lucky being brought up by this mystery guy, Dr. Isaiah Gannon, and Willow is wondering how she will feel if Lucky returns and how she will feel if Lucky doesn't return. So that should be an interesting conversation. Brennan and Carly are sharing some whiskeys, and he gets an update on finding Lucky's current location as they drink and flirt in his office. So Ava catches a break. Maybe it's something to do with her criminal case and the charges with Kristina. We will see. And not the ones that Ava was filing, but the whole idea of the PCPD coming at her for shoving Kristina out the window, which we didn't do. I saw some people here in the comments yelling at me saying it was Ava's fault. I will tell you, I think it's 50-50 on whose fault it was. Really, it was nobody's fault. It was an accident, wrong time, wrong place. Kristina shouldn't have been in that hotel room. Jagger shouldn't have left his luggage there for her to trip over. And, Ava let her in, and at one point, they were bickering, but Ava didn't push her. She didn't push her, and she just tripped. So it was just one of those bad circumstance things. And if you listen here regularly, I do like villains. I like all villains. I like Ava. I like Rick, I like people that stir trouble. I always like Franco, but in this case, again, I'm back to unfortunate accident, 50-50. Kristina should not be blaming Ava. That's my feeling on it, and I'm sticking with it. So Trina tells Ava that there's something that's come up, could be used against her in the custody case. Hopefully that custody case is going to go away. And Anna and Jordan are both chasing answers. Looks like they're both looking into Isaiah, because Anna stops by to ask him why he's a target for death. And Nina isn't giving up on having Rick represent Ava in her case. She stops by the Metrocourt Hotel to talk to him. She's offering to buy him a drink. She's sweetening the pot. We will see, maybe he needs to talk to Molly and see who she thinks is to blame, because Rick has decided that Ava is to blame, but Molly would not agree with that, and I don't think TJ would either. All right, Thursday, September 12th, Jocelyn goes to find her brother Michael to have a talk. I am sure this is about Sonny and Carly. Now, Joss knows that her mom is covering for him, and maybe she's on a fishing expedition to find out how much Michael knows about what happened. And of course, Michael knows everything. He definitely knows that his dad shot Jagger. And, now that he's back on Team Corinthos, he's not going to sell him out. So I'm very interested to see how much he reveals to Joss, because you can't trust her. She will go tell somebody like maybe Dex, because she does not want Sonny in her mom's life. Jason has another mission to accomplish. He accepts it. I don't know if this is another favor from Sonny, or maybe Jason is going to do something with Brennan. I wonder if Carly might ask Jason to go get Lucky out and bring him back to Port Charles. We're going to see how that goes. Sasha surprises Cody, and I'm wondering if they are finally going to make sweet, sweet love. And Lois has a heartfelt and serious talk with Brooklyn. BLQ is not happy about her mom seeing this diction coach and making changes in her pattern of speech. I wonder if Rena Sofer was tired of doing the accent and they got the diction coach so she can just go back to using her normal everyday LA voice. Meanwhile, Tracy needs an urgent meeting and wants everybody from Deception to get together, is what it sounds like. Friday, September 13th, Lois and Tracy are bickering. Lois had the elocution lessons, but I wonder if after she talked to Brooklyn, she decides that she's not going to change her pattern of speech after she's been pressured. Sonny makes a promise about something, and I'm guessing it is to do with what's happening at the PCPD, because Max Scorpio makes an arrest. They've already pulled the assassin in and arrested him, so I don't think it's him. Could be Alexis, could be Sonny, because Alexis was brought in for questioning. Meanwhile, it says Chase brings in a suspect. So I don't know if he brings the suspect in and then Mac arrests that person or not. And I'm just wondering if Kristina might be the next suspect under the radar, because Molly wants her to pay. So we'll see. Anna heads over to confront Brennan, and she has a demand to make. Maybe it's about Valentine, maybe it's about Jagger. If it is about Lucky, he's already working on it on Carly's request. All right, going into the week of September 16th through the 20th, we're going to have some ripple effects and reactions to the arrest that Mac makes on Friday the 13th. Whoever it is, Sonny is probably not the one in cuffs. He is pretty good at evading consequences, but Sonny has to clean up the mess that he made by openly murdering Jagger. And Alexis and Kristina are on law enforcement's radar. ADA Molly doesn't want Alexis to take the fall for what Kristina has done, and that's what she feels like happened. Of course, Robert and Anna want to nail Sonny for it. Molly is full on suspecting Kristina of Jagger's death, and her alibi is flimsy. She was at the baby's grave. Nobody saw her there, so that's not much of an alibi. And definitely Molly could throw her under the bus to save their mom. Tragedy strikes this week. That's the spoiler. So that could be Lulu taking a turn for the worse, because pretty soon they're going to say that a partial liver donation is not enough. She's going to need a full organ transplant. That happens as you head into ESLD, end-stage liver disease. So the tragedy could also be Sam's death, because we're still waiting on an ETA from GH of when they are going to kill off her character. Isaiah and Jordan get to know one another, and he definitely wants to help Lucky get away from Sidwell, but he can't go back over there. I'm wondering if Holly's going to get busted and she and Lucky are going to make a run for it, or if somebody's going to come get them both out. Rick wants to see more of Liz on a personal basis, but she's still not happy about the police incident. Rick's going to be working overtime to convince her they did the right thing and that he is not the petty, vengeful man he was before. We should see General Hospital hiring Dr. Gannon soon. That's the name of Lucky's cute doctor friend. Tracy has some issues with Sasha and Cody as they take next steps in their relationship. And Drew is aiming to use Nina as a buffer between him and his growing feelings for her daughter. Those are all of our weekly spoilers. Please drop your comments. Please click subscribe. And please come back soon. We're here talking General Hospital 7 days a week. And it's Belinda from Soap Dirt.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.